Before we dive in, take a moment to do something that could change not only your mindset, but your entire financial future. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below sharing what financial freedom means to you. It's not just about supporting the content, it's about committing to your own transformation. Now let's begin. Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you work, you're always stuck in the same place financially? Like you're running on a treadmill, exhausted but not moving forward? What if I told you, the problem isn't your job or your salary or the economy, it's your strategy. And more importantly, your mindset. You see, in today's world, the real difference between wealth and poverty isn't luck or talent or education. It's how you think and what you do with what you know. The truth is, knowledge alone won't make you rich. Plenty of people read books, take courses, and watch videos like this one, but their lives stay the same. Why? Because information without action is useless. We live in a digital age. Access to knowledge is no longer the issue. What matters now is your ability to turn that knowledge into action, into strategy, into ownership. And here's something you need to understand. Real estate controls the world, not stocks, not crypto, not side hustles. Property. Not because buildings are magical, but because they're real, tangible assets that can produce income and build wealth whether you're working or not. But here's the thing. Most people believe they need a ton of money to start investing in property. They think, sure, real estate is great if you're already rich. But what if I told you that's just another myth keeping you broke? Today, I'm going to share with you how people acquire real estate with little to no money down, and how they use debt to build wealth instead of being crushed by it. Sounds crazy? Stay with me. You're about to see how the rich really play the game, and why most people are stuck working jobs that will never set them free. Mindset shift. Employee versus investor. Let's start with this. Most people are taught to trade time for money. That's the employee mindset. Go to school, get a job, work hard, get a paycheck, maybe retire in 40 years with a pension, if you're lucky. But here's the harsh truth. That system wasn't designed to make you rich. It was designed to make you dependent. Employees pay the highest taxes. They have the least control over their time. And when things go wrong, layoffs, inflation, crisis, they're always the first to suffer. Meanwhile, wealthy people do something completely different. They use money, even borrowed money, to buy assets that pay them over and over again. Assets versus liabilities. This is one of the most important financial lessons you'll ever learn. Assets put money into your pocket. Liabilities take money out. Simple, right? A rental property that generates monthly cash flow. Asset. A flashy car with monthly payments. Liability. A business that runs without you being there. Asset. A house that costs you money every month but doesn't pay you back. Liability. The problem is, most people accumulate liabilities thinking they're assets. They buy a big house, an expensive car, new gadgets, and end up in debt. Then they say, I'm working hard, but I'm still broke. Of course you are, because you're not building wealth, you're financing a lifestyle. Debt is not the enemy. Ignorance is. Now let's talk about something that makes most people uncomfortable. Debt. We've been taught that all debt is bad. That owing money is dangerous. That being debt-free equals freedom. And while that's true for bad debt, like credit cards used for shopping or vacations, it's not true for strategic debt. The wealthy don't fear debt. They use it to create wealth. This is what we call good debt, money you borrow to buy an income-producing asset. Let me say that again. Good debt helps you make more money. Bad debt drains your money. If a bank gives you $100,000 to buy a rental property, and that property brings in $1,500 a month in rent, while your monthly loan payment is $1,000, you're making $500 a month. That's positive cash flow, paid by someone else, from a property you don't even live in. The best part? That asset can appreciate in value over time, and you can use it as leverage to borrow more and grow faster. This is how wealth multiplies, breaking the limiting belief. So why don't more people do this? Because they're stuck in fear, in doubt, in limiting beliefs like, I don't have enough money to invest. I don't want to owe the bank. What if it goes wrong? That only works for other people. Here's the truth. Those beliefs are what's keeping you broke. It's not your income, it's not your job, it's your mindset. And the only way to break free is to change the questions you ask yourself. Don't say, I can't afford it. Ask, how can I afford it? Don't say, that's impossible. Ask, what would I need to learn to make this happen? This shift alone can change your life. Don't say, I can't afford it. Ask, how can I afford it? Don't say that's impossible. Ask, what would I need to learn to make this happen? This shift alone can change your life. Because once you begin to think like an investor instead of a consumer, the world opens up in a way most people never experience. And that's when things get interesting. I remember when I first realized that everything I had been taught about money was designed to keep me dependent. School never taught me about building wealth. It taught me how to follow rules, memorize facts, and work for someone else's dream. But the wealthy, they think differently. They don't look for job security. They create financial security by building and owning assets. Let me share a story that changed everything for me. Years ago, after taking just a 3-day real estate course, I gave myself a challenge. Visit 100 properties in 90 days. Most people thought I was crazy. Even the others in the course. Only a few actually went out and did the work, but I wasn't looking for perfection. I was looking for opportunity. I knew that if I could find just one deal, it could open the door to everything else. And I found it. A small 1-bedroom apartment, oceanfront, in Hawaii. The asking price was $18,000, but the seller was desperate to move on, and I had leverage. I didn't have the cash. But I used a credit card to pay the small down payment and negotiated the rest through seller financing. Within weeks, I had a tenant. The rent covered all the expenses and even left me with a monthly profit. The property was paying for itself, and over time it appreciated in value. That deal became my proof. It proved that the system works, not just in theory but in practice. It proved that you don't need to be rich to invest. You just need to be creative, informed, and bold enough to act. With that property as collateral, I went to the bank. I secured more financing. I bought more assets. And little by little, the momentum built. This is how the rich grow. Not through luck, not through inheritance, but by using one asset to build another and another and another. The key is not waiting for the perfect opportunity. It's acting on the ones others ignore. You don't need $1 million. You don't need perfect credit. What you need is resourcefulness. Most people sit around waiting for conditions to be ideal. But while they wait, others are out there, learning, negotiating, building, and the gap keeps growing. Because here's what most don't understand. Money doesn't make you rich. Cash sitting in a bank account is losing value every day. Inflation eats it. The bank lends it. You earn almost nothing in return. Meanwhile, the wealthy are putting their money to work. In real estate, in businesses, in ventures that generate income while they sleep. They understand that saving won't save you, investing will. They don't keep their money safe. They keep it moving. They know that during times of crisis, when everyone else is scared, that's where the best opportunities live. Recessions, market downturns, uncertainty. While the average person pulls back, the investor steps forward. Not recklessly, but with vision. They study, they prepare, and when the moment comes, they act. Because that's the truth. Wealth isn't built during the boom. It's built during the downturn, The ones who win are the ones who stay alert, stay calm, and stay moving when everyone else freezes. In a world that keeps pushing the same old message, work more, save more, hope for the best, it's easy to fall into the trap of believing that struggle is just normal, but it's not. Struggle is often just a sign of a broken strategy. If you keep doing what everyone else does, work long hours, save a little, spend the rest, you'll keep getting what everyone else gets. Exhaustion, stress, and not nearly enough to show for it. But once you step off that path, once you learn to use the system instead of being used by it, everything changes. You start seeing possibilities instead of problems. You start asking better questions. You start making moves instead of excuses. And most importantly, you stop living paycheck to paycheck and start building real, lasting wealth. One of the most dangerous financial habits people hold on to is the idea that saving money will make them wealthy. For decades, we've been told to save as much as possible. Put your money in the bank, build a cushion, be responsible. And yes, having an emergency fund is smart. But here's the problem. No one tells you. Savings lose value. Constantly. Every single year, inflation eats away at the buying power of your money. What $100 could buy you 10 years ago is not what it buys you today, and 10 years from now, it'll be worth even less. Meanwhile, your bank gives you interest so low it doesn't even keep up with inflation. So while you think your money is safe, it's quietly shrinking in the background. And the banks? They're not just sitting on that money. They take your savings and lend it out to investors, to businesses, to people who are using it to create more wealth. They make interest. You make scraps. The system is built that way, to reward those who move money, not those who hoard it. So let me ask you, why would you let your money sleep when it could be working for you? The wealthy don't store money, they circulate it. They put it into assets that generate income, that grow in value, that give them leverage. And that's where debt comes back into play. Because when you understand how money actually works, you realize something powerful. Debt is no longer the enemy. It's a tool. Since the US left the gold standard in 1971, debt has become a new kind of money, one that can be used to acquire real assets in a world of rising prices. Here's how this works. Let's say you borrow $200,000 to buy a property at a fixed interest rate. Over the next 10 or 20 years, inflation rises. The value of the dollar drops. But your loan payment stays the same, while the property you bought increases in value. So even though you're in debt, you're actually paying that loan back with cheaper dollars in the future. And the property, it's worth more than what you paid. You win twice. This is why the wealthy love long-term debt on real assets, because it allows them to own appreciating property while inflation does the work. And if the asset produces income, like rent, it also covers the cost of the loan while still putting money in your pocket every month. It's a financial engine, and the fuel is intelligent debt. Let me repeat that. The problem isn't debt. It's not knowing how to use it. When you avoid all debt out of fear, you also avoid the opportunity to grow. But when you learn to use it wisely, to acquire cash-flowing, appreciating assets, you're playing the game the way it was meant to be played. You're using the system instead of being used by it. The most frustrating part is that this knowledge is out there, but most people never hear it. They're too busy trying to survive, too overwhelmed to stop and ask, is there a better way? Too distracted by jobs, bills, obligations, to realize the system is stacked against them until they learn how to beat it. But once you do, once you see how money moves, how wealth is built, how the rules actually work, you'll never look at work or savings or debt the same way again. You'll stop chasing checks and start building streams. You'll stop thinking, I can't do that, and start asking, how can I make it happen? Because the truth is, you don't need permission to build wealth. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need to wait. You need to start learning, start asking, start moving, start building something that belongs to you, not your boss, not your landlord, not the government, to you. Most people will never be rich, not because they're not capable, but because they never make the decision to take control. They live on autopilot. They repeat what their parents did. They do what everyone else does. Go to work, pay bills, complain, repeat. But let me ask you, is that the life you really want? Life where you give your best years away to a job you don't love, to buy things you don't need, to impress people who don't care? A life where you retire exhausted, only to realize you never really lived. You were made for more than that. You have dreams, ideas, potential, and most importantly, time. And no matter how much you think you've wasted, you still have enough to change everything. But it starts with you. Not tomorrow. Not when the economy improves. Not when you get a raise or win the lottery. It starts the moment you decide that staying broke is no longer an option. That living paycheck to paycheck is not your destiny. That comfort is no longer worth the cost of your dreams. Because the truth is, you are closer than you think. Opportunities are all around you. People are doing this every day. Buying their first rental, starting a business, creating cash flow. And they don't have more intelligence or luck than you. They just moved. They stopped making excuses and started making progress. And now it's your turn. So here's your challenge. Don't just watch this and move on. Do something. Look at properties in your area. Read that book you've been putting off. Learn how to calculate cash flow. Call someone who knows more than you. Get uncomfortable. Take one step. Just one. Because that's all it takes to change direction. One action. One commitment. One decision that says, I'm done waiting. I'm done watching. I'm ready. And from there, you build, brick by brick, deal by deal, day by day. You won't get rich overnight, but you will get better every single day, smarter, stronger, closer. And before long, you'll look back and wonder why you ever doubted yourself. So take the leap, make the move. Step into the mindset of the wealthy, not just in money, but in confidence, courage, and freedom. Your future is yours to create. Now, go create it.